welcome special guests, graduands, their families and friends to this ceremony for conferring of degrees in the faculties of Humanities and Social Sciences and Law. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our Chancellor, Dr. Helen Nugent, AO.
Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me enormous pleasure to welcome you to this, our afternoon graduation ceremony. I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, and I pay my respects to their elders, both past and present. In all of life, there are moments that define who we are. Events that shape us and circumstances that challenge us. I'm sure that commencing your degree was for you a defining moment. Your time here has shaped you and you have faced challenges along the way. This happens with organisations in the same way as it does with individuals. In its 23 short years as a university, Bond has had some defining moments, faced challenges and been, let's say, slightly victorious. Some of these victories have happened in your time here. A team of students scooped the 2012 Asia Pacific Model United Nations Conference, brought home a swag of awards, including Best Overall Delegation. The 19 students won a total of 10 awards between them, including 2 honourable mentions, 5 diplomacy awards and 3 Best Delegates. Soldier On, a short film produced by a team of film and television students, debuted at this year's Cannes International Film Festival in the short film category. The team of 17 Bond students, led by Chloe Kent, who was the producer, James Haig, director, Gina Powell, the writer, Dallas Davidson, production designer, and Hilda Sorensen, cinematographer, originally produced the 10-minute film as their graduation project. Continuing a remarkable winning streak set in 2011, Bond Law students have again triumphed in the international mooting arena. And might I say that it is going on as we speak. The Bond team in constitutional law moot in Canberra has just reached the semi-finals, so we wish them well with the rest of it. But let me reflect on the past. Students Sarah Traynor and India Duncan were victorious in the prestigious mooting competition, the D.M. Harish Memorial Government Law College International Moot Court Competition, what a mouthful, held in Mumbai. It is not solely our students who achieve success while at Bond, however. Our academics are a great credit to our university. Dan Svanson from the Faculty of Law received a very prestigious Australian Research Council Future Fellowship Research Grant. There are very few of these given, and Dan is the first to have been awarded one from Bond. Bond will continue to have defining moments, as you will in the years ahead. We know that Bond will meet these with, have the lights gone out? With courage and determination, qualities that your experience at Bond has equipped you for. I congratulate each and every one of you on your degree today. We know that there has been huge challenges along the way. We know that there have been moments of victory along the way, but you are here, you have achieved. This is your moment in the sun, and enjoy every moment of today. In turn, I encourage you to build on the experiences that you have had at Bond by joining and continuing to interact with your fellow graduates through the Bond Alumni Network. congratulations most sincerely on your graduation today, and my very, very best wishes for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the great honour and privilege to introduce our guest speaker today, our occasional address being given by Ms. Fiona de Jong. Fiona graduated from Bond University in 1996 with a Bachelor of Law Honours and a Bachelor of Information Technology from here. She is one of our own. Indeed, she is only the second Bondie to have given an occasional address. So that is something very, very special indeed. While at Bond, Fiona was the founder and president of the Bond University Triathlon Club and an executive member of the Bond University Sports Association. With that background, it was only natural that Fiona was destined to play a pivotal role in Australian sports. Fiona joined the Australian Olympic Committee in 2004. She currently holds the position of Director of Sport for the Australian Olympic team. Fiona prepares and sends Australian Olympic athletes to the Summer, Winter and Youth Olympic Games. The 2012 London Games were her third Olympic Games after Beijing in 2008 and the 2010 Vancouver Winter Olympics. And I can attest personally to the role that she was playing when I had the privilege of going through the Olympic Village when I was in London recently for the Olympics. Fiona began her career, however, with international law firm Blake, Dawson Waldron, which is currently known as Ashurst, where she was the legal technology lawyer responsible for the development of the firm's technology efficiencies. She went on to become legal project manager for Colonial First State Investments, overseeing one of the largest mergers of funds management businesses up to that time. However, it was her love of sport that won out, leading her to take on the role of Director of Sport with the AOC. This role allows her to combine her love of sport and her legal experience. Fiona is an accomplished triathlete, having represented Australia in various triathlon world championships between 1994 and 1997, and I overheard a conversation where she said she'd just run for 3 hours this morning. I am in awe. While the 2012 Olympics may be behind us, Fiona is already planning for further challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our own Fiona de Jong.
Thank you, Helen, for those very kind introductory remarks. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Bond graduates. It is indeed a privilege and a pleasure to be with you today to share in this remarkable celebration of 191 young people graduating from this fine university. When I look around the room today, there is one overwhelming emotion that I see. It is pride. I see in the eyes and the faces of these Bond graduates the pride with which you celebrate your accomplishments, the hard work for which you have put in to be here today. I see pride in the hearts and the eyes of the parents, the families and friends who have been an integral part of that journey. And I can't help but find myself reflecting on the similar emotions that I've just witnessed in the hearts and minds of the family, friends, and complete strangers who travelled to the other side of the world to support our Olympic athletes in London on the occasion of the London 2012 Olympic and Paralympic Games. For the athletes that participated in London, the Games represented the culmination of many years of dedication, of sacrifice and training. Day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, they trained in pursuit of their Olympic goals. And London was their opportunity to shine. It was their chance to put the performance of their lives together and the opportunity to turn their Olympic dreams into a reality. And so too today represents the culmination of many years of dedication, of sacrifice, and of training, even if beer drinking at Don's Tavern is a little different to an Olympian's training regime. Today is your chance to shine. It's your opportunity to take the first steps in turning your dreams into a reality. For many of the athletes, London was their opportunity. It was probably the highlight for many of them of their sporting careers. Some of them reached the podium. Some of them achieved gold. Some of them set world records in the process. Others had a bad day. They fell. They got injured. They won or they failed by hundredths or thousands of a second. And it's neat, however, I reflect, that in the sporting world, there's measurable standards by which we can evaluate one's achievements. We award gold, silver and bronze medals to those who cross the line first, second and third. There's winners, there's losers every 4 years in the context of Olympic Games. But in the real world, in the commercial world in which we live, rarely are there objective measures by which careers and achievements can be evaluated. There's no such thing as a gold, silver or bronze medal for lawyers, doctors or social science teachers. It's not so black and white. Yet in the course of your careers, I guarantee that there will be days, like our Olympic athletes, that you too reach new heights. You set new records, new standards. You have good days, you have your bad days. You hit targets, you miss targets. You'll make, you'll lose hundreds or probably millions of dollars. Let's hope you make more than you lose. You'll make some good choices, you'll make some poor choices, and I guarantee you'll make your fair share of mistakes. But unlike our Olympic athletes, who compete with the eyes of the world upon them, for us, more ordinary folk, success or failure is a more private affair. Ultimately, it's going to be up to you to set the standards by which you evaluate your accomplishments. It's not your parents, it's not your friends, it's not even your fellow Bond graduates here today. It's you. And I'm going to suggest that each of you today, secretly, harbour a gold, a silver, and a bronze medal plan for your lives. There's the big, wild, seemingly unachievable gold medal plan, which you'd never actually dare share with anyone. There's your silver medal plan that looks and feels a little bit like the gold medal plan, but it's tempered with a good dose of realism and perhaps scepticism. And then there's a bronze medal plan that vaguely resembles elements of gold, but it's perfectly safe and eminently doable if you simply apply yourselves. So as you sit there and contemplate your own individual gold, silver and bronze medal plans, let me share with you some simple mathematics. Australia sent a team of 410 athletes to the London Olympic Games. 92 of them came back as medalists. That means 22% of our Australian Olympic team are medalists. Remarkably, 22% of the Australian population graduate from university or tertiary education. It's a privilege even fewer enjoy the world over. So, mathematically speaking, the fact that you are sitting here today, graduating, equates, in direct mathematical terms, the equivalent to being an Australian Olympic medalist. My question for you is, are you going to make it gold, silver, or bronze? If I could envision a roadmap by which each of you can enjoy a rich, rewarding and a gold medal career, it would be one that marries this privilege of education with a pursuit of the ideals in which you passionately believe. If you can temper that passion with a good dose of hard work and perseverance, you will transform this country as future leaders. So I say go about your lives and your ambitions and your careers as if you are competing in an Olympic Games. How far you take it, how hard you play, and how many ambitions you realise is up to you. Only you will know if you've realised your gold, your silver, or bronze medal ambitions. And like the billions of Olympic fans around the world that assemble and watch our Olympic Games, you must know that I, your fellow Bondies, past, present and future, and the people that have joined you here today, they'll be watching, they'll be willing you on, they'll be rooting for you to achieve your ambitions. So I hear some of you saying, but not everyone can win an Olympic gold medal. It's the very nature of sport. There's winners, there's losers. I said it myself. But in the Olympic movement, what we say is win or lose. It's the athletes who compete in the spirit of excellence, respect, and friendship who set an example for all of us. And through my work with the Olympic athletes, and today, looking into the eyes of you Bond graduates, I must say, what I see in the youth of today is these Olympic values: excellence, respect, and friendship. But I also see ambition. I see commitment. I see a resilience which will be required in these difficult economic times. I see your passion and engagement in the causes that are close to your hearts. I see the humility and the ability to effect change on a local, national, and international basis. And I believe you have the wherewithal to do it quickly, to effect transformation quickly, particularly with the assistance of today's technology. With these values and these attributes that were instilled in you, no doubt, by your parents, and that were fostered during your time here at Bond, I'm convinced that you will each individually achieve your ambitions, which I encourage to be lofty and gold in colour. I believe that within this graduating class of September 2012 are the future leaders that will help lead the way for transformation of this country for future generations. In closing, I would ask that each of us please join me in congratulating and wishing the graduates of September 2012 an excellent, a fulfilling, and a gold medal future.
Well, what a wonderful, inspirational address. Thank you, Fiona. Simply extraordinary. Daring to dream about gold, but recognising that silver and bronze will actually also be fantastic. A challenge to each of you, the graduates, to live your life with those values of excellent respect and friendship. We expressed pride in each of, Fiona expressed pride in each of our graduates, but I think I speak for everyone in this room when I say, Fiona, we are also proud of you, our own Bonding.
Will all the candidates for degrees please stand? Chancellor, I present to you the following graduates who are in attendance today. For admission to awards of Bond University, from the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, 87 graduates. From the Faculty of Law, 104 graduates. Chancellor, I certify to you and to the University that the graduates have satisfied the requirements for admission to the awards for which they are being presented.
With the authority of Council, I hereby admit you to the awards for which you have qualified. I also admit to their awards those candidates listed in the graduation program who are unable to be present today.
My congratulations. That is the moment. Will the graduates please be seated?
Chancellor, the following candidates are presented for the award of Research Doctorates. The degree of Doctor of Philosophy from the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, the thesis title, Telling Stories to a Different Beat, Photojournalism as a Way of Life. Chancellor, I present Naomi Verity Boost. With the thesis title, Negotiating a Changing Landscape, Authors, Copyright and the Digital Revolution, Chancellor, I present Francina Carolina Cantatori. From the Faculty of Law, with the thesis title, The Complicity of Multinational Corporations in International Crimes, an Examination of Principles. Chancellor, I present Jessie Chella. And with the thesis title, Sport, the Crown and the Common Law, an appraisal of the common law offence of public nuisance and the human activity of sport, embodying assessment of the responsibilities of the executive branch of government in managing the circumstances in which public nuisances are created and assessment of the need for legislative reform. Chancellor, I present Christopher Lawrence Ross Mackenzie.
There is a bit of a sporting theme around today, isn't there? I now invite the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences to join me in congratulating each of his graduates as they are presented.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. For the associate degree, Shota Hori. For the Bachelor of Arts, Li Liangdi. Ma Haijiao. For the Bachelor of Arts, English as an International Language, Huan Pan. For the Bachelor of Behaviour Management, Hannah Catherine McKean. For the Bachelor of Communication, Caitlin Lee Bishop. And BJ William Schooler. For the Bachelor of Communication Business, Thomas Alexander Beverley. Janaya Gwyneth Bodger. Jasmine Ashley Brooks. Lauren J. Callow. Morgane Bernadette Chassard. Annabelle Josephine Dixon. Danielle Hill. Chloe Shenghan Huang. Benjamin Alexander Parnham. Veronica Perez. Kirsty Renee Rose. Sean Tobin. For the Bachelor of Counselling, Sophia Rongamate Sieve. For the Bachelor of Film and Television, Bai Yun Feng. Joanne Charlton. James Alexander Haig. Shane Edward O'Keefe. Seddon Stokes. Hanli Jung. For the Bachelor of International Relations, Farah Khatib. Peter Thomas. Joshua John Woodward. For the Bachelor of Journalism, Kevin Brayshaw. And Kiri Marie Tendol. For the Bachelor of Multimedia Design Advertising, Tara Clark. Dean Scott Raphael. And Rian Shinners. For the Bachelor of Social Sciences, Evie Adler. Nadia Maria Cebulski. For the Bachelor of Social Science Criminology, Jessica Lee Demchenko. Kristev Ariel Hemara. Kyla Jane Petrovich. For the Bachelor of Social Science Psychology, Mark Jason Anderson. Natalia Diva Brunetti. Elizabeth Forsyth. Christine Pajuan Reed. Emily Rowan. And Abelina Wolfe. For the Bachelor of Social Science Psychology Honours with Second Class Honours Division B, Lindy Harrop. Lana Joy Miller. Elizabeth Zortsoglu. For the Bachelor of Social Sciences Psychology Honours with Second Class Honours Division A, Mia Grace Delos. For the Postgraduate Diploma in Counselling, Yukman Winnie Chung. For the Postgraduate Diploma of Psychology, Courtney Marie Bailey. Sandra Margaret Don. Natalie Dodds. Karen Hodgson. Mariana Jaros. Laura L. Love. Rochelle Murphy. Alana Platfus. Claire Russell Williams. And Evan Toms. For the Master of Arts by Coursework, Christian Duvet. Paul Jonathan Hanna. For the Master of Arts TESOL, Karen Elizabeth Johns. For the Master of Communication Advertising, Sri Ganesh Nair. For the Master of Communication Business, Yang Yaping. For the Master of Criminology, Deanne Bale. Tanya Dmitrievich. Karina O'Malley. For the Master of International Relations, Amanda Glia Hacker. For the Master of International Relations Business, Beryl Asifa Siafrina. For the Master of Psychology Clinical, Rebecca Allison Baird. Heidi Jansen. Nerida Elizabeth Mason. Jane Elizabeth Snyder. And Janet Elizabeth Turner.
I now invite the Dean of the Faculty of Law to join me in congratulating each of her graduates as they are presented.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Law. For the Bachelor of Business Law, David Marr. For the Bachelor of Laws, Nurul Atika Anwar. Manpreet Bains. Marcus Balodis. Mark Zach Butler. Callum Gordon Campbell. Iris Gajic Pavlika. Hijra Hassan. Christopher David Imgraben. Stephanie Kaur. Oliver Donald Kidd. Blake Lashmar. QG Lee. Samuel James Mangan. Sarah Hazel Manthe. Nuruline Melan. Nurul Aniza Mohammed Fauzi. Jordan James Mortimer. Miles Sunta Muka. Danica Julie Palmer. Michael Austin Pule. Nurul Amira Ramli. Ailish Marie Robertson. Robert Rooney. Mark James Rutty. Courtney Jane Riles. Dunzel Scholz. Sue Howe. Sophie von Zeppelin. And Sharifa Yusuf. For the Bachelor of Laws and Bachelor of Business, Thomas Kennedy. For the Bachelor of Laws and Bachelor of Journalism, Emilia Kostovsky. For the Bachelor of Laws and Bachelor of Social Sciences Criminology, Naomi Benton. Austin Rosanti Hassan. And Kirsten Marie Smith. For the Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours Division B, Yi-Pei Lu. Madeline Elizabeth Taylor. Lauren Thumbiraja. Gabriel Werner. Phoebe Wong. For the Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours Division B and Bachelor of Arts, Jason Sean Miller. Alex Walter Maxwell Myers. For the Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours Division B and Bachelor of International Relations Business, Andrea Mireille Gronke. And Michelle Cherie Kelly. Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours Division B and Bachelor of International Relations, Chantal Alicia Drysdale. Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours Division B and Bachelor of Science of Social Sciences, Louise Sarah Hawksford. Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours Division A, Bakulia Ayupova. And Amy Patricia Lapthorne. The Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours Division A and Bachelor of Social Science Psychology, Kate Timmerman. Bachelor of Laws with First Class Honours, Mary Jane Klein. And Giselle van der Weerden. For the Postgraduate Diploma of Legal Practice, Alistair Edward Ross Coles. Simone Jane Font. Kavina Anita Mistry. Gloria Vicario. And Victor Vicario. For the Juris Doctor, Carlin Bell. Navjot Bowler. Chen Chen. Tai Guo. Alice Hayes. Christina Krantz. Yuluan. Michael Murphy. Vikram Singh. Julia Kelly Smith. Agata Tabarosi. Rosella William. Cheong Wu. Ahmed Zibdawi. For the Juris Doctor with Second Class Honours Division B, Matthew Corrie. Larissa Messich. Michael James Strilchuk. For the Juris Doctor with Second Class Honours Division A, Benjamin Ettinger. Alicia Loran Glaikar. Adam Marchioni. Sarah Thenis. And Renee Worsfold. For the Juris Doctor with First Class Honours, Peter John Brennan. For the Master of Business Law, Nicholas Gawler. For the Master of Business Law, Corporate and Commercial, Isaac Lewis Jensen. For the Master of Laws, James Lovell. For the Master of Laws, Corporate and Commercial Law, Joshua Prace Lessing. For the Master of Laws, IP, IT and E-Commerce, Jesse Lewis Badawi. Chancellor, Thomas Harrison has been selected to give the valedictory address on behalf of those graduating this afternoon. He has also graduated with the degrees of Bachelor of International Relations Business and with the Bachelor of Laws with First Class Honours.
Good afternoon, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tom Harrison. I'm honoured to speak to you today as a member of our Bond University graduating class. We are grateful to our lecturers and the staff of Bond University who have provided us with an excellent learning experience. We also thank our friends and family for their support throughout our studies. The students here today are all from different backgrounds who have completed different courses and will have different future lives and careers. But today, we are united as one graduating class. As degree holders of Bond University, we are offered a world of opportunities and also a sense of responsibility. Why concern ourselves with responsibility? We face the stresses of the job market and forging new career paths. It is natural to focus on our own short-term priorities. However, these short-term priorities can overwhelm us. Priya Parker, a recent graduate writing for CNN, identifies the strange anxieties getting in the way of our generation's ambition to change the world. She talks of two anxieties, FOMO and FOBO, fear of missing out and fear of better options. Many possible careers interest us. On social media, we are presented with too many choices of events to go to or possible travel destinations to go to next. We can become overwhelmed. We end up standing still and gazing at all these choices, struggling to commit to just one thing. The answer to this dilemma may be to set a clear goal that continues in anything that we do as graduates, a goal to make a positive impact in our communities. This is something that's often said and is easy to say to graduates, but is hard to do in practice. So today I hope to open a conversation about how we can have a positive impact. I don't have the answers yet, but I hope to provide a starting point about what we might think about doing. I recently attended a conference with 500 young people as diverse as the students of Bond University. Several distinguished speakers from business and government had ideas about what young people can choose to do. We can support charities and volunteer our time. We can consider working in public service, or we can start social enterprises that generate profits as well as helping people. These speakers believed that such efforts would be rewarding for us and perhaps for other people around us and in our communities. President Obama had a similar message for students in a speech he gave. He said, "Find someone to be successful for. Rise to their hopes and their needs." As you think about life after graduation, as you look in the mirror tonight, you may see somebody with no idea what to do in their life. But a child might look at you and see a mentor. The people at your local homeless shelter might see a friend. None of them care how much money you make or whether you're important at work or famous around town. They just know that you're someone who cares, someone who makes a difference in their lives. I offer these examples today to start a conversation on how we can live up to our responsibility as new Bond University graduates. By having a clear purpose for what we want to do with our degrees, we may ensure that we are happy as well as successful. I would like to conclude by congratulating my fellow graduates and wishing you well in your future endeavours. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Tom, as I'm sure many of the graduates know, is a fellow residential student. He's an extraordinary individual. He has taken a combined program leading to the Bachelor of International Relations and the Bachelor of Laws, the latter with first-class honours, as we just heard. His cumulative GPA is 3.8 out of 4 in something like 42 subjects. In 31 subjects, he achieved a high distinction. And in 9, and we want to do the maths on the balance of them, he achieved a distinction. In 7 semesters, he was on the Vice-Chancellor's list for academic excellence, and in 3 semesters, also on the Dean's list. His long list of achievements goes on. In 13 subjects, he was first in class, and he won a number of prizes, including the LexisNexis Prize, the Baker and McKenzie Prize, the Queensland Bar Association Prize, and the Bond Bookshop Prize. I wonder what he did with that. He was selected as a resident tutor fellow in law because of his, not just because of his outstanding academic record, which I think we can all know and understand, but also because he has the very, very rare talent of being able to help others over their academic impasses, and I'm sure a few of you might have experienced that, without compromising the basic precept that they must do the work for themselves. Not content with that, he was captain of the winning Bond team in the Beijing Foreign Studies University International Torts Law competition. He won a scholarship to Bond, and he has had the option of selecting from two major law firms, King & Wood Mallisons and Freehills. He's chosen King & Wood Mallisons. As a director of Freehills, I will stay silent on the question of whether or not he's made the right choice. He's going to a great law firm, and we wish him very, very well in his future career, which I know will be very distinguished. Not only that, but he's given us today an inspirational speech. We've learnt the difference between FOMA and FOBA, but more to the point, we've heard the message about giving back in a way that makes sense to our communities. Tom, for your inspirational leadership, for your academic achievements, and on behalf of this class, we say thank you. And I know Tom joins with me once again in wishing our graduates all the very best for a bright and prosperous future career. Can you join with me in thanking Tom once again? Things are starting to draw to a close, but we've got a couple more really important things to do. I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor, our Vice-Chancellor and President, to read the Bond University charge to the graduates.
Will the graduates please stand? I now charge you, as graduates of Bond University, to demonstrate at all times the highest moral and ethical standards, to apply and continue to extend your learning to the benefit of society, to strive through your actions to promote the universal worth of all people, to pursue the highest standards in all of your endeavours so that in fulfilling your personal goals and human responsibilities, you add to the standing of your university. And I also charge you to support and uphold your university and its alumni through engagement with the Bond Alumni Organisation and through your own personal commitment. You may now be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the close of the formal part of the ceremony here today, but I would like to close with just a couple of final remarks. First of all, those here in the university just appreciate how much effort these graduates have put in to achieve, but we recognise they have not done it alone. There are so many people that lie behind these achievements and these success stories, many of which are in the audience here today. Graduates, your family, your friends, your supporters, it's about time, I think, that we recognised that you owe them a debt of gratitude. So I would ask the graduates to give a hearty round of applause to all of your friends and families and supporters. On behalf of the university, which includes all of your teaching staff and the support staff, I congratulate you all. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been extremely well behaved. You've been a respectful audience. That is now time to make a bit of noise. So, one final time, let's hear it for our graduates. Loudly.